In this lesson, we are going to learn a multiplication strategy called breaking it up. This break apart strategy is very handy for mental math. In my opinion, it is one of the most useful math strategies out there. It involves breaking up one of the factors, multiplying in groups, and then adding those groups together. So in this video, we're going to do two examples, and the first example we're going to do is one of the tougher times tables, which is the 8 times tables or even the 7. So it doesn't matter which one we decide to break up, and in this case, I'm going to break up the 7. We can break up the 8 as well, but I'm just going to do the 7 to show you what it looks like. So I know that 7 is 5 plus 2, so I've broken that factor down, and now instead of looking at it as 8 times 7, I'm just going to cross that 7 out. I'm looking at 8 times 5 plus 8 times 2. So I've just put brackets around those multiplications because I'm going to be multiplying those first and then adding them together. So I know 8 times 5, I know my 5 times tables pretty well, is 40. And my 2 times tables I know pretty well as well, is 16. I'm going to add those two numbers together, and I know that 8 times 7 is 56. So I could have done the same thing. I could have broken the 8 down into 4 plus 4, or 5 plus 3, and then multiplied both of those by 7. Whichever way you do it, you'll still get the same answer. We can also use this break apart method for 2-digit numbers multiplied by a 1-digit, or even 3-digit numbers multiplied by a 1-digit. It doesn't have to be a single digit times a single digit. So let's look at this example. I don't know about you, but I don't have 14 times 8 memorized as a math fact. So I'm going to break this up. And I'm going to break 14 up into 10 plus 4. I know 10 and 4 add to 14. So now instead of going 14 times 8, I'm going to be going 10 times 8 and breaking it up, and then going 4 times 8 and adding those two together. So all I've done here is I've broken up the 14 into 10 plus 4, and I've taken this 8 that it's being multiplied by and multiplied both of these numbers by it, and then I'm adding those numbers together. So I know my 10 times tables, and 10 times 8 is 80, and 4 times 8 is 32. When I add these two numbers together, I will get my final answer. So, as you can see from this breaking apart method, I can take a more complex problem, like 14 times 8, or even 142 times 8, and break it up and make it easier. So I'd like you to try this strategy in your learning guides, and you'll notice that you'll actually be using this quite a bit outside of this course as well. Good luck!